Chapter 2. Somewhere else in the dark eastern woods, the same night. Little Jollity Brownfield, an apprentice sprite, flitted through the night forest like a ghost wrapped in his dark cloak. He moved quietly and fast. His feet crackled and danced over the mounds of frosted leaves. Cousin Cicero had trusted him with this first solo mission, and Jollity certainly didn't want to make a mess of it or to let him down. He was very, very nervous of making a mistake. He felt for the bag slung across his shoulder. He could feel the shape of the envelope inside. Phew, he thought, still there, still safe. From somewhere near him, a fox barked its unearthly bark, and Jollity nearly jumped out of his skin. It sounded so close. There was a real chill in the air, and it would not be long before the forest would be knee-deep with the first snows of winter. Jollity soon found the house. It was just as Cicero had described. It was nestled among the trees at the edge of the forest and close to the crossroads that led to the 4 gates and the roads always taken by adventurers. The house was dark and appeared to be fast asleep, except for a thin ribbon of smoke which drifted from the chimney and the faint light of a night lantern which hung from the eaves of the little porch and seemed to say, "Welcome, traveller." Jollity studied the house from the tree line. It was very important that he should be on no account be seen. There were 3 dormer windows along the front and 3 along the back, which overlooked the little fenced-off vegetable plot. There was a smaller attic window in the roof. "That'll be Tom's roof," Jollity said to himself as he skipped across the roof and up to the side door. "Very carefully now," he whispered to himself. "Remember your training." He opened the door and like a wraith he melted into the dim kitchen. He stood in the shadows and cupped his ear to the inner door. He could hear the faint crackling of a good cosy fire and a deep voice telling an exciting sounding story. Jack walked back from a recent adventure. He almost tripped over a gaping 7-league boot, the boot of choice for all adventurers, which had been left on the floor just inside the porch. It took him just a moment after that to carry out his first mission. When he was finished, he studied the result from many different positions in the room. "Oh, is that right?" He was pleased. He had carried out Cicero's instructions to the letter, and as faithfully as he could. Mission accomplished. He heard a sudden shout and a roar of laughter from behind the closed door, which set his little heart beating faster. "That's enough for now, young Jollity," he whispered to himself, and he quietly let himself back out into the cold forest and was soon gone like a shadow through the trees. On the way up to his bed in his tiny attic bedroom that night, as on so many other similar nights, Tom's brothers taunted and teased him. They made howling noises as Tom climbed the stairs. They poked their great hairy heads through the gaps of the banisters and stuck their tongues out at him. "They're only teasing you," his mother said when she hugged him good night. "They mean you no harm. They are wild and big and brave, and they're just toughening you up to be the same. And do you know something, Tom Trueheart? You will be the toughest of them some day, in your own special way too. Your turn will come, never fear. Why, you're still far too young to worry about adventuring out in that other big world yet." And she laughed kindly and kissed him on the forehead and ruffled his hair. And that's Tom going to bed. When she had shut the door, Tom looked out at the dark forest and the big wide world beyond the garden fence. The trees with their hidden mysteries seemed to press so close to his bedroom window. "I'll be 12 in a month," he thought. "I can't wait." There was something deep down inside of Tom, a secret part that felt ready to tackle an adventure, to face a villain, whether animal or human. His mother and his great gaggle of unruly brothers had always treated him teasingly, but fondly as the youngest of the family. What excited him was the thought that one day he could show them that he could do something daring and brave too. Join me again for Chapter 3. Bye.